Hi friends, good morning. I am M. Sivakumar, Assistant Professor, CSE Department, Erode Singundar Engineering College. In this session, we are going to discuss phases of compiler in compiler design. Before going to discuss these phases of compiler, we need to know what is compiler. Compiler means it takes input as high-level language or source code. It produces target code as output. Now, phases of compiler consist of these 6 phases: lexical analyzer, syntax analyzer, and then semantic analyzer, intermediate code generator, and then code optimizer, code generator. These 6 phases interconnected with symbol table manager as well as error handler. Supporting phases. First, lexical analyzer. What is lexical analyzer? Lexical analyzer takes input from source code statement by statement. It receives statement by statement from source code and it generates token as output. These tokens, generated tokens by lexical analyzer, we are going to give as input into syntax analyzer. Syntax analyzer generates the parse tree or syntax tree if received tokens having error free. These parse tree or syntax tree given as an input to semantic analyzer. Here, what is the role of semantic analyzer means? Semantic analyzer checks the type checking. Type checking means meaning of the particular identifier or a constant. Here, semantic analyzer receives the parse tree or syntax tree as an input and generates the exact meaning of the parse tree or syntax tree. Now, after type conversion taken place, these type converted statements are tree given as an input to intermediate code generator. Intermediate code generator generates the intermediate code in the form of 3 address code. What is maximum here 3 address code taken place in this compiler? This 3 address code as the output of intermediate code generator. This intermediate code we are going to give as an input to code optimizer. Code optimizer role is here optimize the code. Optimize the code in the sense we have to give the betterment of the code. Betterment of the code means unwanted or repeated lines or redundant lines has been eliminated by code optimizer. This eliminated code, betterment of code given as an input to code generator. Code generator generates the target code or object code depends on the architecture of the particular machine. Now we will discuss the detailed example here. Consider this example here. Source code. In source code, this statement is input price equal to amount plus rate star 50. This is the input statement to lexical analyzer. Lexical analyzer receives the statement from source code and then it generates tokens like this. Here, price and then amount, rate. These 3 are identifiers or variables. This price detect as ID1 and then equal to as it is we are giving. Amount we are detecting as ID2. This operator as it is, and then the rate detected as ID3 star and then 50 constant value. Here, this is tokens generated by lexical analyzer. Here, these tokens we are giving as an input to syntax analyzer. Syntax analyzer receives the input from lexical tokens from lexical analyzer as a token. If received token having error free means it generates parse tree or syntax tree. Parse tree or syntax tree like this. Here, in this token statement, ID1 left side of the statement equal to we are taking a root and then right side of the statement like this. ID2 plus ID3 star 50. Here, this syntax tree or parse tree once generated successfully means what is the meaning means syntax analyzer received tokens having error free. Here, this syntax tree or parse tree we are giving as an input to semantic analyzer. Semantic analyzer generates the type checks the type. Here, what is type means here? For example, this ID1, ID2, ID3 having real type. This 50 is the integer value. Now, in what way we can give the exact value in computer system? Means, if you are considering particular type is real or float, means we can say that particular value is exact or accurate value. So that we are converting this integer to float or real. Here, type casting or type conversion done by the semantic analyzer. This after checking the type and then taking typecasting, this typecasted input we are going to give as an input to intermediate code generator. Intermediate code generator generates the intermediate code like this. For example, into float or real, we need to convert this integer value 50 to real. So into real of 50. After converting this integer value 50 to real, we are storing this value into temp1. Here, temp1 star id3. This full portion we are detecting as temp1 star id3. id3 star temp1 assigned to temp2. So, this total portion we are detecting as temp2. Now, temp2 plus id2. id2 plus temp2. We are assigned to temp3 another variable. Here, this full portion we are detecting as temp3. This temp3 we are assigning into id1. So, this is the intermediate code generated by intermediate code generator. Now, this intermediate code we are going to give as an input to code optimizer. What is code optimizer here means? Code optimizer optimize the code. For what purpose we are optimizing the code means? For giving the better code. As a programmer, we need to write the better code. How this code optimizer optimizing the intermediate code means? In what way this code optimizer optimizing the intermediate code means? Redundant lines as well as these two lines. For example, these two lines giving the same output means these two lines measured as like this. So this intermediate code converted to these 4 lines converted to these 2 lines done by code optimizer in the way of redundancy as well as without changing any output. Without changing any output of these 4 lines of code, we are converting or optimizing code like this. This optimized code here id3 and then star 50.0. We are assigning into temp1 variable. Now temp1 plus this full portion we are detecting as temp1 plus id2 we are assigning into id1. Here this optimized code we are going to give as an input to code generator. Code generator generates the target code, object code, depends on the architecture of the particular machine. Here in the registers, these code value, this address 3 address code values we are assigning are taking place in registers depends on particular machine architecture of the machine. Now move float value from id3 to r2 general purpose register. Here id3 value assigned to or moved to r2 here, and then what we are doing, multiplication float r2 value and then has 50.0 after taking typecasting. 50.0 multiplied with r2 value. Already r2 value having id3 value. Now id2 value we are moving to r1 register, some other register, and then we are adding r2 value with r1 value. Result will be stored in r1. Here r1 value moved to id1. The same operation we are doing here. id2 this full portion value we are assigning into id1. So r1 value having result, this r1 value moved to id1. I think you get clear about basis of compiler with detailed explanation. Thank you.